Alright, back into this again. Right, I need to click back into the window. Probably helps. Weird. It's not actually letting me have the feather or anything. I remember hearing that there's something that you can see on these things. Oh, is it the stuff on the side? Probably. And I heard something that you could actually find these things. Find that stuff on each of these. I'm probably blind and just not noticing where it actually is. Anyways, yeah, remember the when we went through the 26 alphabet letters at the very end of the first route? Yeah, apparently those are actual letters. Someone actually did make a little thing showing of what those letters were, each of them. That way I didn't have to actually go back through all that again. And it actually got me thinking a little bit when I remembered noticing that. This thing. That one mystery right at the very top. Like, the bottom part, easy enough to figure out. And the top part, it completely coincide with the 3x3 squares with each of these representing a letter. So, like, like the part on the very bottom that's separated from everything else is a letter. I believe it's the letter. Yeah, it's the letter E. And if you're wondering what it says Mon was here. Basically, the cube just auto-translates exactly what those things say. So knowing the alphabet doesn't really mean anything unless there's some kind of obscure secret somewhere. Also, they're written they're written the way that it was written for if it was like old Japanese. So basically, right to left, up and down. So the rightmost column just says Mon. Something interesting. Other than that, the main thing that I was looking into was staring at the Picross puzzles and trying to figure out what the hell was their deal. Which I have at least either I had a couple ideas. One, I either have to make them on the floor somewhere, or two, there's a floor layout that looks exactly like that. Also, for the Picross stuff, what was that? For the Picross stuff, like I'm assuming. So this is the one from this section. From the shortcut that we went from there on 7th floor. The gold part that I marked was the two shiny spots when I was looking over all my footage when I was editing it, since I've started editing my footage by this point in time. I'm just going to keep that in the corner so I can keep track of it for now. In case I see a room layout. Anyways, if I'm correct, that means that there should be a floor that looks like that on this floor. Maybe. Or I have to find a big enough room in order to make that. I have no idea which floor number is. But I kind of want to go through all this anyways. I'll just ignore the locus for now. Hopefully not that it matters that much. There we go. Okay, I need to move that because I have it on my other screen outside of the OBS screen. There's another thing I was thinking of earlier, and I'll get to that when I get to that. One of those random thoughts I had while I was at work and thinking about the game. No. Plus, I gotta get back to Lily's game at some point. Which is probably what I'm gonna do next, anyways. Though, from what I understand, because I got the just checking. Okay, no. Because I got the chests from Gray's playthrough, or because I already have these things down here, apparently I can't find them in Lily's game, period. So in order to get those, I have to actually go back to the brand screen, which is why I'm not getting any locusts, because just simply deciding not to come back to life, it gets you right back there. Which I'm pretty sure is the way you're supposed to actually figure out that. By basically, the intended way, from what I understand, from what it seems like, is 1, go through the whole game voided, then start your second playthrough, and get potentially get voided again, and then decide not to eat the fruit, so that you go back to the start screen, and then you see that you can put brands back in. And that also unlocks a brand, from what I understand. Just by getting the void ending by itself. Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention to the rooms. Okay, like 3. I'm kind of curious what that intersecting point on that thing is supposed to be. Okay, it's not this room. I don't really want to die. No, it's not this room. That one, definitely not this one. Nope. Fuck! I did not mean to do that. I guess I could have just died multiple times. Grabbed a couple locusts on the off chance. No, I don't want to do this right now. Yeah. I could just go back to... Never mind. I could just go back to the first floor, whatever. I could just teleport back there. I was planning to get down to the tree anyways. Yeah, the feather was in the way and I couldn't see it. Anyways, yeah, not here. Honestly, I forgot how many floors this area was. Okay, this is that. No, it's not this. Why did I put it there? Not here. This room is weird, though. I haven't figured out what the deal with this room is, now that I think about it. Blocks or anything. Can't walk into that either. Not this room. Maybe I'm just crazy. Again, I still have no idea what the deal with the pink cross puzzles are at this point. I think this was the end of this route. Unless that was one of the rooms I just straight up ignored. Or this has nothing to do with that. No, that's also possible. So I still need to figure out what the deal with those puzzles are. Okay. Anyways, I had an idea. What happens if I put the stairs right in front of this? It probably doesn't do anything, but I wouldn't know. It doesn't do anything. Okay, never mind. I was curious if that would do something very silly. That was a room I could have whatever. Okay. I'm still paying attention, so I can teleport back out. Alright, they have all the puzzles puzzles out, so it might not be a floor layout or something like that. Unless it's something in Lily's game. No, wait, no, the floor layouts are more or less the same. Okay, no, I was thinking for a second. Actually, what did the one for this area look like? Damn it. That's the wrong thing. The one from this area was just a big 4x5 square. Granted, I wasn't really paying that much attention, so I don't know if I've actually seen anything that looks like that yet. There's also this weird-ass room. Seems a bit big and excessive. For there to be nothing in here. Thinking about this, do any of the Picross puzzles I have? None of them match the... Okay, never mind. None of them match the layout of this room. Never mind. There's also the one I got from the snake area, which is just one big straight line. I'm surprised I haven't seen the black statue yet. Wow. I totally failed at this incredibly easy puzzle. Wow. I'm very bad, aren't I? Not that it matters that much. Oh, okay, there's one. Figure out those Picross puzzles sooner or later. I'll pay attention during Lily's run too. Okay, so I gotta die. So I can punch in some brands. Because obviously the other option is to get all the way down to the bottom. Then I won't have access to any of these things. The puzzles are already difficult enough. I mean, I can always disable them if I want a challenge, or specifically just these two, anyways. That's only if I ever want to do that. Okay. Hello. Nope. Still want to continue? Or just give up? Was this all it took? Ready to give up, mortal? Even when my interest in your kind keeps waning. Can't help but wonder. What made you feel that way? Your scared thoughts will soon join the others. This endless void carved by despair. Okay. I knew that this unlocked that getting that unlocked a brand. So now we have that. Draw special brand twice. Yeah, yeah. So these are all the ones we got right now. Yay. So that Infinity brand. Although I know I unlocked a brand, I actually don't know what this one does. But I'm sure that that right there told me what exactly it just did. Hope you know what you're doing. Okay. Now the annoying process of putting all these back in there again. Wait, no. Okay, that's the Lily brand. Okay. I can't remember if I saw that one there last time. I was ready to just punch that one right back at. Just to load up the pictures I already made with all these. Not that it seems to really matter that considering how the game just seems to auto keep track of these. This one's easy to draw. This is just the memory one. Kind of curious if you can actually put any of these in the labyrinth too. Now that I think about it. And now my brand. First off, have something with all four corners. I'll just do one big square. I don't know if I'm going to need to punch this in sooner or later. There was that weird room that I have no idea what to do with it, assuming I can do anything with it. Okay, so we gotta go through this intro sequence of Lily again. Okay, so that is what it does. Infinite locus, so I don't have to worry about getting voided. Yep. Memory remains, yep, okay. So my Picross puzzles on the side, on the off chance that I need this, that I need to pay attention to those. Maybe I should have more than one of them open. That way I can keep track of all of them. I did write down like 4 or 5 of them. I'll go on the straight line one because that's easy to remember. I'll just have them all over my desktop while I pay extra close attention to them. On the off chance that I can't figure out what they mean. As soon as I can resize all the windows because there's a lot of them. One second. Oh god, there's so many of them. And I gotta rearrange them by the numbers I set for the... Damn it, I already opened that one. That's 3. 4 put down here, 5 put over there. And I accidentally closed 1, of course I did. Put it over here. Okay, cool. I got these like all over my damn desktop. On the off chance that there are rooms that look like these. Assuming I remember to look at them. Okay. Oh yeah, I can get those things again. Okay, so it's the exact same thing. I guess what's that point in getting the locus? I acquired that. Oh. Wait. There's a note inside. Oh. It's written in a language you can read. It reads, I stuck in some of your favorite snacks. Have some when you're feeling down. And please don't tell to my sis. It's our little secret, B. That just makes little sense to you. I don't have to worry about that anymore, haha. What was that? Okay. I was about to say, what was the layout of that previous room again? Oh yeah, what was it? Oh right, the solution to this puzzle is to put that down there. Just gotta watch out for those black statues. Because they're rude. I have to do all these puzzles again and try to remember exactly how I go about it. I mean, I could do them a lot more cheesily now. Not sure if that's actually going to make things any easier for me, though. I'm like looking at this, it's like, why did I do it that way? There's not like any of them. Oh, right, they push you down. I forgot about that. Oops. Part of me is curious. Part of me is somewhat curious. Where's my thing? kind of curious of what happens if I put that here or here. Oh yeah, these switch solving these switch ones doesn't matter, does it? Huh. How did I solve this one again? It only makes things slightly more manageable. Oh, I can't go up. Shit. That was the absolute wrong move for me to do. Oh, right! It's one of those statues, right? I completely forgot. Why did I do that? Just kill me. Now I don't have to worry about that anymore. Haha. If this is how I solved it before, then I just totally forgot. Yes. Oh. Oh, right, yeah. Haha. Right, can't lift things up here. Oh. I was about to say, do I need to go in there? And then I remember, oh yeah, of course I do. Of course I do. I was thinking about it for a second, then I remembered, yeah, right, this was an easy one. Okay, now this one. If I have the wings, then I can just cheese those hips of puzzles. Well, I've done it legitimately once at least before. Right! Yeah, this room, right. Because if I go down, right. I already fucked this puzzle. I probably did. Yep. Totally fucked it. I was distracted by that. Wait, how am I supposed to get it? Okay, I'm good. Oh no. I was supposed to move the stairs too. Right. Oh, this is not making the puzzle any easier. How many of these? Do I have enough now? Alright, so I just need the 24. Oh, damn! I am being way too careless. Oh. Oh. Well, it's just uses that puzzle. Oh. Right. That. That thing. Yes. Haha. Why did I do that? Oh no. Why did I do that too? I just have to push it up. I make so many mistakes. One. works, I guess. Bit janky, but okay. Okay, this is a kill puzzle. Goodbye. Damn it, I deserve that. I also haven't been paying attention to the maps now I think about it. Whatever. Crystal. Oh, fuck! Wait, force a habit. Okay, this room. How much I can actually do here. Oh. Right, this room, which was not remote. I remember this room because of how long it took me to figure out that all I had to do is that. Oh, right. Nothing. I'm so used to opening those chests. Oh, you would have to do that. Say, watch as I get hit by that one anyways. Oh. Right, there's no way I can get around. There's absolutely no way I can get around. I can't get around this area's gimmick. Period, because I have to have that thing following me the entire time. Oh, how did I do this one again? I can't kill it because I can't make myself face down. Not that that would help me, because I can't fly over gaps anyways. The most I can do is just make the snake less irritating, and I already fucked up this puzzle, didn't I? No, this doesn't work at all. Shit! I was about to say, I am so clever, and then I realized, oh, no. Because I can't actually grab that block. Because then I would have to go down, and can't do anything with that. That's the only block I can actually grab. go, much better. Oh. Oh man, last time I was in this place, I actually did fuck around with some of this stuff. But I'm way too curious to figure out. What? Oh, my game crashed.